In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can use N8N to make more money on Instagram by automating all of the content research, competitive analysis that you need to do. And so this AI is going to figure out what's already been validated in the market and then how you can apply that into your own content so that you're not throwing spaghetti at the wall. So the key to everything here is that we want to make sure that we are being extremely intentional and using data to guide every single decision that we make, especially in our content, to not only increase views, followers, engagement, but make sure we're being intentional with who we're actually targeting. So just a quick walkthrough of what this automation, we're going to be analyzing our own Instagram Reels. We're using Gemini to analyze the video, analyze the hook, and the transcript. You can see here, gives you the caption, thumbnail, user, the Instagram URL, transcript, hook analysis, and it's all in this dashboard. Next, we are going to be analyzing our competitors. So we're gonna get their Reels, and how I'm doing this is that we have a list of competitors in our space. We select them, it does the analysis, and it gives us a transcript and their hook analysis, views, comments, likes, engagement rate, and the caption. That is that second piece. And then the third piece is going to compare what's been working with my competitors against what I'm doing currently with my content, and it's going to give me some insights in the form of this report. What it tells me is the biggest opportunity for me is shifting from prescriptive advice to educational storytelling. Your best performing content already does this. My top perform videos, winning patterns, hook ideas. If I woke up 20 pounds, most guys think cardio burns fat. And so this already gives me 10 validated ideas that I can incorporate in my content today. All you have to do is take what's already working in the market that's been proven and just adapt it to your specific content and offer. So actually walking through, I'm going to give you the entire JSON workflow, but in terms of how we can architect it for yourself, what you want to do is you can schedule a trigger. I have that every Sunday. If you wanted to just manually do it, you could add a manual trigger and just have it at the front here. Anyways, what this is doing is that this is getting my Instagram Reels. So you want to make sure that when you connect your Notion credential, that's the first thing that you need to do here. Once you do that, you are going to select your database page, and that is when you create your Notion. Any of these is a database page, and it's going to pull this drop down. You're going to have all those options. Right here, I have a clear pages. So this is to refresh it so that it doesn't get bogged down in terms of having 400 reels in that Notion database. This is a set fields node. All you have to do is put your Instagram username here. And then what we're doing here is an Apify actor. So the first thing you do is you're going to need to create an Apify account. You can create a new credential. This is the Apify store. We're using the Instagram reel scraper here. So once you create an account, what we're doing is we're going to do this input JSON. So this may look a little confusing here, but all this is if you go into your Apify scraper and you just go here, you can copy paste this into here. I have it where since we used that set fields node before, I just dragged and dropped here. You could easily just put in your own username here and then you could just put your own username here and copy paste that in. Now this is a filter node, so we're only taking it from the past 3 months. You could easily do this for the past week, 2 weeks, etc. And we are sorting by views here. So what we're doing is we're just taking the field name video play count, which is right here. We're just putting that in here, drag and drop, ordering it by descending. You could do this by comments, view duration, however you want to organize your content. And then we're going to limit it by this is a limit node, so we're only taking the top 15. Next, we're using Google Gemini to analyze the video. So if you need to create a Google Gemini account, you can use Claude, you can use OpenAI, it doesn't really matter. I found Gemini to be the best in this scenario. And you're going to have this, I'm just telling it to, hey, you're just going to break down the video script. And then we have a LLM where we're going to feed it just the transcript. And we're just going to say, hey, you're an AI agent that acts as an expert Instagram strategist. Your goal is just to analyze the script, the hook, what's the power words from it, etc. You can adapt this to exactly how you want your AI to analyze content based on your own expertise. What it's going to give you is it's going to give you all of this text here. And then this is creating a new page within the database that I have. So this is essentially just adding a row. A database page is adding a row. So if we look here, each row here is essentially a database page. So make sure that you have once you have your columns and everything you want in there that you just fill in with the appropriate. You're just going to drag and drop. If you want the caption, just drag and drop caption here. Now going on to the competitor side, this is just getting this competitor Reels page. It's just going to clear, these two nodes are just going to clear that out so that we have a fresh document to work with so that we can then create that new research report. So all you can see here is competitor Reels. We're going to link that page, this database, and then we're going to, it gives us the page ID, and all we did was just put that in here, and we are going to archive that page. Then what we're going to do is get our competitor list. So that is this competitor list that we have here, and you can see all of these names. And what we're doing is we're filtering it by which ones are checked. That's how the AI will then know, okay, these are the competitors that we want to analyze. And then we have a loop function here so that we feed in one competitor at a time so that we can take in the first competitor, do all of this fun stuff, take the second one, do all this fun stuff, and so on and so forth. How this works is you want to put the loop section, connect the loop section here. And this is an Apify actor. Again, we're using the same Instagram reel scraper, but this time you want to connect the username to the competitor that we selected. You can see here, page URL. This is the guy's Instagram. Boom, we're going to put that right here. It's going to filter from the past 2 weeks, sort by views. It's the same thing as the thing on top, and we're just going to do that for all of them. If we're done with all 5, it's going all the way down into the weekly report. We have a set fields node. This is something that you can add just to make everything very clean to then input it into whatever document or formatting that you have. We're going to feed that into our AI with the set fields node that we had, and then all we're doing is creating a system prompt saying, hey, you're a content strategist. Again, you could adapt this to exactly how you want your AI to be able to analyze your content and your competitors' content to give you the insights that you want. This code node here is just to make sure that Notion, we want to make sure it's formatted nice and properly in Notion, and it does that through Notion blocks. And so we actually have to use a code node here to be able to create those. Creating a new database page here from our research reports list. You can name this whatever you want. I just have it as today's date. Because we wanted it formatted all nice and pretty, and that's why we use this code node here, is that we actually have to use an HTTP request because Notion doesn't have, if you look here, Notion doesn't have this insert blocks API call in and in end, so we actually have to use something on their API integrations page, which if you just search up Notion's API integrations page, you should be able to find it. You're going to use patch. You want to make sure that you create a predefined credential type, select Notion. If you don't have it in here, you're going to have to create it. And if you did create your Notion API from up here, you should have it. And then all you're going to do is going to take the Notion block and put that into here. That is what is going to then give you your IG research report all formatted nice and pretty for you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Happy to answer anything for you, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks.